Are you confused about manifestation? Because I know I was. I want to help you because honestly, before I felt like I was learning manifestation in bits and pieces. I would learn from this creator, and sometimes they would even say like conflicting things. I'm going to show you principles, general guides, not a method, okay? If you're here looking for another visualization or another 369 method, that's just not what it's going to be. I'm talking about genuine principles to show you how you are the operant power of your reality. Methods can definitely help you, but they don't manifest for you. You manifest for you. Principle number 1. Manifestation could just be as easy as deciding and not contradicting under any circumstances what you want. A great success story of this is, for example, Lady Gaga. You might know her as Lady Gaga, but she was a regular chick, okay? A lovely chick, mind you, but she was regular. And she used to get bullied all the time. She literally had people make a whole Facebook page about her saying that she will never be famous. And I'm not saying she didn't have her moments. I'm not saying she never cried about it. It's good to have your emotional regulation tools if you want to take a break and come back to it. But at the end of the day, she said this, and you can research this. She kept saying to herself as a mantra, I am a superstar. Music is my life. I'm going to make it. I'm going to be famous. She said these things to herself. Manifestation is real. Your favorite celebrities, actresses, models, athletes, when you Google their name and manifestation, I promise you something will come up. This brings me on to the second principle, which is never derive meaning from the outside world ever. Continuing on with the Lady Gaga story, what if she let those people define her? What if people told her, oh, you're never going to be famous? And she said, oh, okay. We would never have art pop. What do you mean? Another reason why you don't want to derive meaning from the outside world is because the outside world is always subject to change, especially if you keep affirming, deciding whatever it is. If you want to do a method and you're doing your method, you are going to notice change because there's always movement. Number 3 is that we are always manifesting. And I don't say that, please, take a mental health break if this is too much. And I don't say that to overwhelm anybody. I say that because manifesting isn't this ritual. It isn't this thing that you have to do or set up or be worthy to do. You are worthy just by existing, and you can manifest just by thinking thoughts. For example, if you believe yourself to be a clumsy person and you accidentally spill something on the ground, you might say, oh, I do this all the time, or I'm such a clumsy person. You are unconsciously manifesting because you are affirming, okay? And if you want to affirm 4 things you want, all you have to do is flip that and say, actually, I'm such a clean person. I'm such a calm person. I never drop anything. Manifesting is natural. In this society, we're taught that we have to work hard to get everything. You see the richest people in the world, do they really work? Yes, but also no. Number 4, and this is one of my favorite ones, is self-concept. Ooh, self-concept on a very technical level isn't necessary, but I personally believe it makes things a whole lot easier. Self-concept, aka your conception of self, the reason why I strongly suggest this is because it's easier to stick to your new story, your new pattern, your new manifestation without slipping back into old habits when you have a solid foundation. A common scenario is people try to manifest SP, or maybe they've manifested an SP. I personally have. It's on my TikTok channel if you want to see it. But some people want to manifest an SP and they keep saying, I manifested him in, but he always leaves me. Baby girl. You see what's going on there? Well, the reason why I urge self-concept or the conception of self is because A, I want you to first take care of your mental health, okay? If you need to take a break, take a break. Always put yourself as the priority, okay? Because you're affirming you want someone else to see you as a priority. You have to say to yourself, I am the priority, and treat yourself according to such. So take your mental health seriously, validate your feelings, but don't let your feelings let you take on a false identity. Just because you feel sad doesn't mean you're a loser. You don't have to say mean things to yourself, okay? So a lot of the times I empathize with people because I want them to break these patterns, but at the same time, you can't keep saying these things to yourself. Do you see what I mean? And contradicting, because all you have to do again is just decide and not contradict. So if crying, journaling, letting your feelings out lets you breathe, get your nervous system right before you manifest for a new story, that's perfectly fine too. But the only way you can break old patterns is with new beliefs, new neural connections, okay? So you can also show up in a better way. You can't expect yourself to manifest yourself out of old patterns, using old beliefs, using the old world to tell you what to do. Do you see where I'm getting at now? Number 5, which I feel like is so good and so true in life, even outside of manifesting, is that nothing and nobody on this earth is above you. If you need to repeat that to yourself as a mantra, please do, because no one and nothing in this world is above you. The last way that I feel like people get so tripped up or complicate manifestation or law of assumption for themselves is because they put things or people above themselves. So for example, if you've been wanting to manifest something for so long, maybe without even realizing it, you put that thing above you. I know this also goes back to self-concept, but the reason why I made it its own principle is because this is a really sneaky one. The best way I can explain through an analogy of what the pedestal is, for example, if you put someone on a pedestal, they have no choice but to look down on you. So you could have a really good self-concept, but if you believe what you want is better than you, or what you want is the only way that you could be happy, or the only thing that's going to make you feel worthy, you have to go within and validate yourself. And you have to remind yourself, I'm going to have this thing not because I think it makes me worthy, but because I'm already worthy. And because of that, I'm in the state of having it. So don't keep fighting with your reality. Don't keep going back and forth. And don't look to it as this big dream. Look to it as if it's normal for you, as if it can happen for you, as if things can always change overnight, because things are always subject to change. People change their minds all the time. And part of the reason why I feel like I can manifest a lot more consistently than what I used to is because I affirm for that. And I've genuinely seen it play out so much in my life. You can even see it on my TikTok or YouTube channel. I manifested SP. I manifested collabing with a producer for my music. I manifested meeting my favorite celebrities. I manifested these bags. I manifested so much stuff. I manifested my long hair after it not growing for a year. There's just so many stuff that I've manifested. So much. You just can't tell me anything now. And the only way that you can get to that place is apply. If you never learn anything from my videos, please just remember this and this only. No matter how little or how much you know, none of it matters unless you apply and make it work for yourself. So the 6th and final principle is apply. Yes, I do believe as you're watching this that you're instantly manifesting, because you're instantly taking in new beliefs and you're instantly considering things and it changes your self-concept. Absolutely. But you have to maintain it. I can't sit in your room and be like, oh, by the way, did you do your affirmations? You know what I mean? You have to have that relationship with yourself. Please apply what you know, be persistent, and prioritize your mental health. You can do this, okay? There's no rule that says only these certain people or only this girl on YouTube can manifest. No, you can manifest because you're already doing it already. Just do it for your intended manifestation. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for watching.